6 everyday foods that act like natural dye for gray hair. For decades, we have been told that our hair turns gray because the pigment cells simply get tired and die off. But what if I told you that your hair is actually bleaching itself from the inside out? Modern research has revealed a startling truth. As we age, our hair follicles begin to accumulate large amounts of hydrogen peroxide. Yes, the exact same harsh chemical used in salons to strip hair of its color is being produced naturally inside your scalp. The enzyme that normally breaks down this peroxide starts to decline, causing your hair to literally bleach itself from the root. And I know how heavy that reality can feel. You look in the mirror on a quiet morning, and suddenly it feels like a stranger is looking back at you. The sudden appearance of those silver threads can feel like a loss of your vibrant identity, a silent thief pulling you further away from your youth. You might have spent countless hours sitting in uncomfortable salon chairs, breathing in harsh, burning fumes from box dyes, only to feel your delicate scalp itch and sting. And after all that, your hair becomes brittle, thin, and dry, snapping like fragile straw in the winter wind. It is exhausting to fight this battle. And you are not vain for wanting your natural vitality back. You are simply yearning to feel whole, to feel like yourself again. But there is a profound difference between hiding our age with toxic chemicals and nourishing our bodies back to vibrant health. Nature never intended for us to douse our heads in ammonia. Instead, the earth has always provided deep foundational nutrition. Your body is a miraculous self-healing vessel, and the graying process is not always an irreversible curse. Often it is simply a signal, a gentle whisper from your cells that they are missing the raw elemental materials they need to maintain their natural pigment. Today we are going to explore 6 everyday delicious foods that act as a natural internal dye for your gray hair. These are not quick-fix chemical illusions. These are profound ancient remedies that give your body exactly what it needs to wash away that internal bleach and breathe rich, vibrant color back into your roots. To truly understand how we can restore your natural color, we must look deep beneath the surface of the scalp. Imagine each single hair follicle as a tiny, miraculous factory. Deep inside this factory live specialized cells called melanocytes. These cells have one beautiful singular purpose. They produce melanin, the rich, vibrant pigment that gives your hair its unique, youthful color. When we are young, this factory runs flawlessly. But over time, modern stressors begin to take a heavy toll. The human body is constantly bombarded by free radicals from unseen pollution, highly processed foods, and daily anxieties. This cellular chaos creates oxidative stress. Oxidative stress directly damages the delicate melanocytes. When melanocytes are damaged, they slow down or completely stop the production of melanin. Without melanin, the hair strand grows incompletely transparent, appearing gray or white as it catches the light. It is as if a heavy, harsh winter has frozen the ground, stopping the vibrant life from pushing through the soil. You might feel the heavy burden of this oxidative stress in other ways too. Perhaps it is a lingering brain fog that clouds your morning thoughts, or a deep, aching stiffness in your knuckles and knees when you first step out of bed. Your body is whispering for a shield, a warm, protective blanket to defend it from the harsh, weathering elements of aging. Ancient healers across the globe did not have microscopes or clinical trials, but they intuitively understood this deep connection to the earth. They knew that certain raw, unrefined elements pulled from the dark soil contained the literal spark of life. Today, modern science calls these elements trace minerals. Trace minerals like copper, zinc, and iron are the fundamental building blocks of enzymes. These enzymes are the essential workers inside your cellular factories. When you provide your body with these specific ancient minerals, you are not just painting a temporary mask over the gray. You are actively repairing the damaged melanocytes. You are giving your cells the exact biological tools they need to restart the engine of your youth, washing the rust from your internal machinery, and deeply nourishing the soil of your scalp so that rich, vibrant color can bloom once more. Let us look at the very first food that delivers this miraculous restoration. The very first food on our journey is a thick, dark elixir that has sat quietly in the pantries of our grandparents and great-grandparents for generations. I am speaking of pure, unsulfured blackstrap molasses. When sugar cane is boiled down over and over again, the sweet sugar is stripped away, leaving behind this incredibly dense, nutrient-packed syrup. It is a true, unfiltered gift from the soil. For centuries, folk healers prescribed a daily spoonful of this dark syrup to bring color back to pale cheeks and restore vitality to the weary. They intuitively knew it contained a deep hidden strength, acting like a slow warming river of life returning to a dry, parched earth. If you have been feeling physically depleted, or if a sudden heavy grief has aged you overnight, that deep exhaustion often shows up right at the roots of your hair, draining away your natural color. Modern science now knows exactly why this traditional remedy is so miraculous for restoring your youth. Blackstrap molasses is an absolute gold mine of an essential trace mineral called copper. Copper is the master key to hair pigmentation. Inside your hair follicles, you have a specific enzyme called tyrosinase. Tyrosinase is strictly responsible for converting amino acids into melanin, the pigment that darkens your hair. But tyrosinase cannot do its job without copper. It is biologically impossible. When your body is deficient in copper, your pigment factory completely shuts down, and the hair grows intransparent. By taking just 1 tablespoon of organic blackstrap molasses each day, you are flooding your bloodstream with highly bioavailable copper. You are literally turning the tyrosinase engine back on. You can stir it into a warm mug of morning water or simply take it straight from the spoon. It is a sweet, earthy ritual that immediately begins to rebuild the biological foundation of your natural color. As this rich mineral flows through your veins, it begins to patch the microscopic cracks in your cellular foundation, slowly and gently coaxing the deep, rich hues back into every single strand. Our second food takes us deep into the ancient wisdom of the East. For thousands of years, traditional healers in China and India have relied on a tiny, unassuming ingredient to restore youth and darken fading hair. I am talking about the remarkable black sesame seed. In ancient texts, it was believed that the health of your hair was a direct reflection of your deep internal vitality, specifically the strength of your life force and your blood. When life's relentless demands drain you, when you feel that heavy, cold fatigue settling deep into your bones, it is as if your internal well has run dry, leaving your hair fragile, thin, and devoid of its natural color. But these tiny, dark seeds act like a warm, nourishing rain over a parched landscape, planting potent seeds of renewal in a barren garden. They are a profound, concentrated source of life. Modern science has thoroughly validated this ancient reverence. Black sesame seeds are densely packed with powerful antioxidants, specifically sesamin and sesamolin. These unique compounds actively protect the melanocyte stem cells located at the very base of your hair follicles. Stem cells are the raw, unprogrammed cells that eventually become your pigment-producing factories. When these stem cells are damaged by free radicals and daily environmental stress, they cannot reproduce and your hair loses its color. Black sesame seeds provide a heavy biological shield of protection against this cellular destruction. Furthermore, these seeds are incredibly rich in iron, magnesium, and calcium. This dense mineral profile actively increases blood circulation directly to the scalp. It physically delivers oxygen and vital nutrients to the starving hair root, stimulating the stem cells to awaken and begin producing melanin once again. You can easily incorporate this ancient remedy into your daily routine. Simply toast a handful of black sesame seeds lightly in a pan to release their essential oils, which makes their nutrients more bioavailable. Sprinkle them over your morning oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or mix them into a warm bowl of soup. It is a simple grounding practice, a quiet daily commitment to watering the deep roots of your vitality, allowing your natural, beautiful color to slowly rise to the surface once more. Our third food carries the profound weight of thousands of years of Ayurvedic medicine. It is a bright, tart fruit known as amla, or the Indian gooseberry. In the ancient texts of India, amla is revered as a rasayana, a powerful rejuvenator of life. Ayurvedic healers believed that premature graying was a sign of excess heat and inflammation trapped within the body, a smoldering fire that slowly burns away your natural essence. When the heavy winds of time leave you feeling exposed and brittle, when the mirror shows a faded reflection of the vibrant energy you still feel inside, it can feel as though that internal fire has scorched the very roots of your youth. But amla acts as a cool, soothing rain upon that scorched earth, a gentle, extinguishing wave that calms the inflammation and restores balance to your most delicate tissues. Modern science has thoroughly validated this ancient cooling effect. Amla is one of the most concentrated natural sources of vitamin C and antioxidants on the entire planet. Remember the hydrogen peroxide we discussed earlier? That natural bleach that builds up inside your hair follicles and destroys your pigment. Amla is the ultimate biological shield against this destructive process. The massive antioxidant profile in amla actively hunts down and neutralizes the free radicals that cause this oxidative stress. Furthermore, the specific phytonutrients in this powerful fruit protect the melanocytes from being destroyed by environmental toxins. It is literally stopping the internal bleaching process in its tracks. By consuming amla, you are fortifying the walls of your cellular factories, ensuring that the pigment-producing cells have a safe, protected environment to do their vital work. You can easily find organic amla powder at your local health food store. Stir half a teaspoon into a glass of warm water each morning, or blend it into your daily smoothie. Its tart, earthy flavor is a daily reminder of its raw medicinal power, a quiet healing ritual that washes away the internal damage and allows the deep, authentic color of your true self to safely emerge once again. Our fourth food is a familiar favorite that holds a miraculous secret hidden inside its shell. The ancient Romans called the walnut the royal nut of Jupiter, believing this mighty earth-grown food held the divine secret to preserving the youth of the mind and the crown of the head. When a lifetime of worrying about your family, your health, and your future begins to weigh heavily on your spirit, that deep, chronic anxiety acts like a relentless winter storm, stripping the vibrant, colorful leaves from an old, sturdy oak tree. You can feel that emotional exhaustion settling into your scalp, leaving behind a fragile, silvery frost that makes you feel older than you truly are. But these humble nuts offer a powerful scientific defense against that aging frost. Earlier, we discussed the shocking truth about how hydrogen peroxide builds up inside your hair follicle, literally bleaching your hair from the inside out. To stop this destruction, your body relies on a master antioxidant enzyme called catalase. Catalase has one crucial biological job. It actively seeks out hydrogen peroxide and neutralizes it safely, breaking that harsh bleach down into harmless water and oxygen. However, as we age, our natural catalase production drops significantly, allowing the bleach to take over. Walnuts act as the ultimate biological catalyst to reverse this decline. They are densely packed with omega-3 fatty acids, biotin, and essential trace minerals that directly support your cellular pathways in synthesizing more catalase. When you consume walnuts, you are giving your body the exact raw materials it requires to rebuild its natural defenses. By restoring this vital enzyme, you are actively disarming the bleaching process at the root. Eating just a small handful of raw, unsalted walnuts every day provides the structural materials your pigment cells are begging for. It is a satisfying, grounding daily habit. A simple, quiet act of self-care that builds a protective fortress around your delicate follicles, washing away the internal rust and allowing your deep youthful color to remain beautifully untouched by the heavy weathering of time. Our fifth food is a fragrant earthy botanical that has graced the wild, sun-drenched hills of the Mediterranean for centuries. It is the beautiful silvery green leaf, known as sage. For generations, traditional healers and wise elders brewed this potent herb, not just to sharpen the mind, but to physically wash the gray away from their temples. The very name of this plant comes from the Latin word salvare, which beautifully translates to save or to heal. And when the heavy, relentless march of time leaves you feeling invisible, when the stiffness in your joints and the fading of your hair makes you feel like a beautiful painting slowly losing its vibrant colors to the sun, it is so natural to long for a gentle, healing rescue, a quiet savior to restore the vibrancy you still carry deep within your spirit. Sage acts as that comforting rescue, a warm botanical embrace that steeps rich, dark life back into your roots. Modern science has closely examined this ancient remedy and discovered a magnificent compound called rosmarinic acid. Rosmarinic acid is an incredibly potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent, but what makes sage truly unique is its specific biological interaction with the hair shaft. While the other foods we have discussed work primarily on internal cellular production, sage actively works on the external structure of the follicle as well. The dense tannins and pigment-depositing compounds found naturally in sage leaves physically help to darken fading hair when absorbed. Furthermore, the high concentration of rosmarinic acid stimulates massive microcirculation directly beneath the scalp. This rapidly delivers vital oxygen and trace minerals directly to the starving melanocytes, encouraging them to wake up and produce melanin. You can harness this ancient botanical power in two wonderful ways. You can brew a strong, comforting cup of organic sage tea to drink each evening, allowing its antioxidants to work from the inside out. You can also allow that brewed tea to cool completely and use it as a gentle, soothing rinse over your hair after washing. It is a beautiful aromatic ritual, a quiet moment of botanical healing that slowly and naturally deepens your silver strands back into a rich, youthful tapestry. Our final food before we conclude our journey takes us deep into the heart of the ancient Mesoamerican empires. It is the raw, unprocessed seed of the theobroma tree, known to us today as raw cacao. The Mayans and Aztecs considered this bitter, dark seed to be the literal food of the gods. They ground it into rich healing elixirs to grant their warriors immense stamina and to protect their elders from the withering winds of time. When your energy feels fragile, when the simple act of brushing your hair leaves your sink dusted with thinning, brittle strands, it can feel as though your natural armor has been stripped away, leaving you deeply vulnerable and exposed to the heavy weathering of age. But this sacred seed acts as a heavy, impenetrable shield, a deep, earth-born armor that protects the delicate core of your vitality. Modern science reveals exactly why raw cacao is so incredibly protective. Unlike the sugary, highly processed chocolate found in standard candy, raw cacao powder is an absolute powerhouse of two critical trace minerals, iron and zinc. Iron is the biological vehicle that carries oxygen directly to your cells. Without adequate iron, your hair follicles literally suffocate, causing the melanocytes to wither and the hair strand to turn stark white. Zinc, on the other hand, is the master regulator of hair tissue growth and cellular repair. It binds to the proteins inside your hair shaft, creating a structural armor that defends your pigment from harsh ultraviolet rays, environmental pollutants, and daily oxidative stress. By stirring just 1 spoonful of raw, unsweetened cacao powder into your morning oatmeal, or blending it into a warm, soothing drink, you are fortifying your body at the deepest cellular level. You are delivering a potent, mineral-rich shield directly to your scalp, guarding the rich, vibrant color of your youth so it can shine through with unyielding strength. Close your eyes for just a moment, and imagine the warm, comforting scent of your grandmother's kitchen on a quiet Sunday afternoon. There was always something gently simmering on the stove, a fragrant pot of herbs, dark molasses, or roasted seeds. In those days, food was never just a hurried meal. It was an act of profound love, a quiet daily medicine passed down through generations to keep the body strong and the spirit deeply rooted. We have lost so much of that gentle wisdom in our modern rushing world, replacing the healing power of the earth with harsh chemical bottles that only mask our pain. But your body remembers. Your cells are patiently waiting for you to return to these simple restorative truths. You have the profound power to wash away the years, not by fighting your body, but by deeply nourishing it back to life. I would love to hear your story. Which of these ancient healing foods will you invite into your kitchen this week? Please share your journey with me in the comments below. We are all walking this path of peaceful longevity together. Until next time, be gentle with yourself.